Hi, everybody. My name is Meg, and I'm just going to get right into it. I want to talk to you about the different types of businesses that we have out there and who actually benefit when you support different types. And for those that may not know, I've had several businesses in the past, as well as what I have now. I have been a solopreneur where I have my own business from home, from scratch, and built that up. I've also been involved in different types of network marketing and multi-level marketing businesses as well. I've also been a franchise licensee owners type of business, and I've also had my own bricks and mortar business ownership as well. So there's a lot of different businesses I've been involved in, and I wanted to kind of just relay with you the different types of business and just for you to maybe have more insight into your shopping habit and who you're actually supporting. So I'm just gonna bring this down a little bit so that you can see the screen but still see my pretty face while I'm talking. So again, who benefits from our support in business? We're going to talk about the different types of businesses out there. There's the pyramid scheme, the big box businesses, network marketing, multi-level marketing, and then of course the small businesses as well. So I'm just going to go to the next slide here. So first of all, I want to get right out of the way, what is a pyramid scheme and why is it illegal? So a pyramid scheme is a form of investment that relies on paying participants to recruit other people to pay with no goods or service exchange, okay? And so basically it just means that I'm gonna pay somebody to join this pyramid scheme and I need to get two people to pay me, and I keep getting that going. So they have two people and they have two people, and that's how a pyramid scheme kind of starts. But it's illegal, and here's why. The money earned comes from recruitment only, and inevitably it falls apart because no program can support new members forever, okay? So a pyramid scheme requires new members each time. So there's nobody within the business who makes another payment or they're buying something, anything like that. It's been banned since the 1990s. It's illegal in several countries all over the world. And no direct selling business out there has a pyramid scheme, okay? They may have different kind of comp plans and stuff, but they don't have a pyramid scheme. And I'm actually gonna talk more about how it really looks in a minute here. Go to the next screen. So what is multi-level marketing and network marketing, okay? Because when I say direct selling businesses, that's mostly what we're talking about. And the other thing here is to ask yourself, I'm just gonna put this here, is why should you learn about it? There's obviously a lot of miseducation out there about direct selling, multi-level marketing, and network marketing. And my goal is to kind of give you a little bit of education because I believe in being transparent about what the business is like. And I feel that if you know more about it, you'll be able to make a more educated decision about why you shop where you do, okay? So the key thing to remember is that both types of businesses, multi-level and network marketing, require on the person, either on their team or beneath them, if you will, to be successful for them to be successful. And that's really important to know because everybody wins when it's set up that way. So let's go through. There's a slight difference between the two, not much. Keep in mind that each company out there runs differently. There's a lot of similarities, but they also have very different policies and process and even some of the comp plans. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about the difference between the two. And again, it's a very small difference, but it's good to know when you do look into it. The network marketing often works in a pool format, okay? And what that means is I'm going to talk in numbers instead of actual names of levels because every company out there has different names for different levels and they have different numbers of levels. Some have only 3 levels, and some have, there's one company that has 18. What's going on? But so there's all different kinds. So I'm just going to go by numbers. So for example, in network marketing, if you're in a pool and say I'm at, number 3 in the ranking, so 1, 2, 3, and I've got somebody on my team who got to number 1, got to number 2, is ready to go to number 3 and hit that person gets to jump out and keep going, okay? So that person doesn't make me go to number 4. That person's number 3, they jump out, they now have their own pool so that they can just keep leveling up. And I still benefit from that, even if they're not within my pool. I still benefit from that because I want them to go higher because the more they go higher, the more I benefit. But it does not mean that just because they go to number 3, 4, 5, or 6, that I automatically go to the next level up. It doesn't work that way. And I really like that. Multi-level marketing works more kind of a vertical scale. And what they have is everybody is just kind of on top of each other, but you can have more than one road if you want. And what happens is if say that you're here at number 3 and the person underneath you hits 1 and 2 and then they start to hit number 3, you're going to rank up to the next level. And then they're going to rank up and you rank up. So again, the success of you is very dependent on the person beneath you. They just operate in 2 different ways. And it all depends on what you feel works best for you. So one of the questions you might be asking is, okay, but you know, if I wanted to come on board at the business with network marketing multi-leveling, I think it's a pyramid scheme because you have to pay money to join. Totally do. Most businesses have you invest the money in some shape or form. It can vary from something as little as $20 or go up as high as $1,400, depending on the company. Most often, the companies will have what they call a business kit. So when you pay money to do the business, it's an investment and you are getting something back, okay? And what you're getting back might be product, might be catalog, it might be training. So you are getting something back, whether it be a good or a service. The difference with the pyramid is that you don't get anything back. You literally give money to somebody else and you need to get 2 more people to give you money and you need to get them to give them money. That's what a pyramid scheme is. So no, direct selling is not set up like a pyramid, even if you do have to initially make or invest money to start the business, okay? That money does go into something and you do get something back out of it. So then your next question might be, well, Meg, you just finished saying that pyramid schemes, they recruit people and that's what, you know, direct selling does as well. They totally do. And actually different companies are different. Some may be more focused on just the sales of the product itself and less about recruitment and building teams. And others may heavily reward you for recruiting and building teams. And each company is going to be different in that way. But the difference when you are recruiting people is that you're not asking them to give you money so that you make money. What happens is that when you have people come on board to be on your team, you do this in the very much the same way as a regular company, like a big box company. They have to hire people to do the work that might require 10 people in order to keep scaling, okay? Because one person trying to do the work of 10 people to scale is near impossible. So it would be smart for a manager to hire people to do the work so that they can keep scaling up. Okay, make sense? So when you have people come on board, for example, you trying to come up with $1 million in sales by yourself, not impossible, very, very difficult, okay? But if you hire staff to come on board to help you achieve that goal, and then they benefit because they get bonuses and rewards for helping, then that's the same concept. That's why you build a team, okay? You don't build a team because they give you money like a pyramid scheme and you get to make money. In fact, quite the opposite. The company that I work for, I don't get money from the team every time I recruit. The company pays me to train my team, kind of like a staff, like as a manager. If I'm the manager and I need to train my staff to do the business really well for themselves so that not only will I be successful, but they will be successful as well. And the company pays me to do that. So when they come on board and invest money to build their business, I don't get that from them. Make sense? So clearing that up because it may look like a pyramid scheme based on what I just told you in the beginning, but it is not. Okay? So all businesses out there, every single one of them is a sales-based business. So what is the difference between all the different businesses out there? And I'm just going to scroll here. So network marketing, multi-level marketing, direct sales is often backed by a company, a head office, who has already done all the work to kind of build from the ground up. So, and that's the thing, most businesses out there do start as small businesses before they become big businesses. So most network marketing companies and multi-level marketing companies started small and they are now become bigger. There's usually no inventory to the person who is running the business with them. All the inventory is taken care of by head office, so you don't have to worry about it. You earn money based on product sales and team training. So it's kind of like commission. If you go to a store, you earn commission. It's the same kind of thing. The thing here is that if you train, like a staff, if you will, the company will pay you for that as well. And that doesn't often happen in, I will go to the other side with it being employed. Often there's bonuses and rewards, There's a large community of support because you have a lot of people who are in the same position as you. The cool thing is that there's unlimited ranking. So what that means is that you can go as high as you want, and because you can go as high as you want, you can earn as much as you want. It all comes down to you and how much work you put into it. Okay. It does require an investment. It does require work, just like any other job out there. And in order to succeed or see a benefit of working for this, it usually takes at least 3 months. Usually within year 3, depending on how you've been working the business, you really start to see the positive ring of that. Your success is dependent on your own work, how much work you put into it, as well as the success of your team. Okay, you're gonna get out of it what you put into it. If you put in 5% work, you're gonna get 5% back. If you put in 110% work, you're gonna get 110% back. So it is not easy. It is hard work, but you will exponentially get back what you put in, because the goal with direct selling is what's called time leverage. Okay, so the idea is that you want to be working less hours but getting more money. Okay, and that's the goal when you go into direct selling. If you are employed by a corporation, if you want to see how a corporate business or a big box or whatnot operate, they have employees, and the employees are making money for somebody else. And very much like a pyramid scheme, the guy at the top is getting everything. There's no job security. We all know that in this day and age. There's no guarantee of ranking, or even if you do rank. So for example, if you go from an employee, then you become an assistant manager, then you become a manager. You might become a manager and then you go into head office, possibly, but there's no guarantee of that. But even if you do rank, eventually there's a cap, because at the end of the day, only one guy can be at the very top, whether it be as a CEO or CFO, whatever you want to call it. So it's very hard to rank because there get to be less space available when you get higher to the top. Just to go back to network marketing and MLM, it's set up a little different. You can rank, and as many people that want to get to the top can get there. So there's room at the top for everybody to get there. And that's why that's really important to know that. So back to being employed, there's a low pay for entry level. So when you first start, it doesn't matter if you're doing 5% of the work or if you're doing 110% of the work, you're getting paid the same, and it's very low level. And most people often have to go in at the bottom. They're not allowed to kind of come in at the top. And your stats is often dependent on, so if you're working in a job like, say, retail, and there's a commission-based employment position, your success is often dependent on co-workers and collaboration and the quota that is being set by the company, okay, to get that bonus or reward. So sometimes if you have a bad month and you don't meet that quota, you don't get to have anything from there. If you have a great month, great, awesome, you get a bonus. But again, there's no guarantee, and each month is based on your shift, how many hours you're working, and how much opportunity you have. Because when you work for a company, they decide how much time you are going to be working, and therefore dictate how much money you can actually make. Okay, so moving on to the solo entrepreneur. In this category, I'm also including small business owners as well. So often you need to start from scratch. It can be a small investment. So there are some small businesses where they just buy a few supplies and, for example, making candles at home or making certain, soaps at home. It can be a small investment. Or if you want to really go into a business, it can be a very large investment. And it requires a large investment, especially if it's a bricks and mortar type of business, to really get it off the ground. You are responsible for everything, for inventory, for staffing, supplies, the marketing, and it often takes about 3 to 5 years to either break even or start to see a profit. So for the first 3 years, you're not making money. You could be putting 110% for 3 years, but you're not going to make money because, again, you have all these expenses on top that need to be taken care of. It can be very lonely, especially if you're a solo entrepreneur, because you're doing all the work yourself and you're by yourself when you do sales often. Although if you do start small, you can start hiring staff. It's a risky investment with no guaranteed on your return on the investment. So you can put in $40,000, put in the hours, put in the work, but if it doesn't scale or you don't actually start succeeding, that money's gone, right? And so you don't have a guaranteed return on investment in that. You can reap all the profits, but you also have to carry all of the expenses. A little typo there. I gotta clumsy fingers. But anyways, but yeah, you take on all the expenses. So again, going back to the network marketing or the MLM or even being employed, you don't take on the expenses associated with running such a big business. The company take care of that. And then your success is based on customers there. So if you've got customers and you've got a lot, great, you're going to be successful. If you don't have customers or if you're struggling, you're not going to be successful. And again, there's also fluctuations in how much money you're actually going to get in because you can't predict the next month and how much customers they are. So moving along here, I'm just going to come down here. So who should you be supporting and why? Okay, I think it's very obvious that I'm a big fan of like network marketing and MLM. Little sidebar, I got burned really badly by a couple of companies years ago and was very hesitant to even consider this as an employment opportunity or an income opportunity for myself. And so it wasn't until I got educated and somebody was willing to educate me that I became open-minded about it to learn how is this actually operating and what's it really about. So now that I've done that, I did my research to find the right company that was for me, and I 100% believe I'm with the right company, and I'm actually seeing the success of being with that company. So yeah, I definitely support that now, 110%. So here's the thing I want you to look at in this picture. So on the left-hand side, you see that there's the little guys, okay? So there's the network marketing, the multi-level marketing, the small businesses, the solopreneur. On the right-hand side, you're going to see the big box corporation, the big guys that make all the big money, okay? And there's a lot of those out here. Here's the thing I want you to think about. Everybody needs to shop. Everybody does shop, whether it's for luxury, whether it's for necessity, whether it's for fun, whether it's for whatever it might be. Every day, if you think about your day, you are shopping in some shape or form, okay? Even if it's getting your hair done, that's shopping. And the thing I want you to think about is most people when they're shopping are shopping from big box corporations, okay? So Walmart, like your big companies that are out there, and that's fine. But here's the thing to think about. The more you shop from those companies, the more you allow those companies to have power over the income level of what I want to say, the lower to middle class level, okay? Because we're the ones that are looking for jobs, we're the ones that are struggling financially. There's a lot of us that are in poverty. And as long as you support that, they're going to always be able to push down the little guys, okay? So here's what I want you to think about. I'm not asking you to support one specific thing. I feel it's important to support all of them, okay? All of the little guys. So you can support in different ways. It's just a matter of switching out what you're buying from big box and trying to support, and not to support because they're your friends, but to support because they are the small businesses and the money stays inside the small businesses, okay? So, for example, okay, I have friends that who do the Scentsy business. Now, I can't purchase the Scentsy because I have allergies to it, but I will 100%, if somebody says, listen, I'm looking for like Scentsys, and I will 100% take that person and say, listen, you need to go to my girl, that this is what she's doing, and I would rather you support her, okay? I also have another girl who I absolutely love. She's a solopreneur. She has her own candle business as well. Those candles I can buy, and I'm 100% going to support that because I want to support her business, plus I'm getting a quality product because I'm trying to keep the economy within the small business, because the more you can keep it within the smaller business, the more we can kind of take down capitalism, where we get to control the income distribution and the big box corporation don't. And that's why it's really important. And even if it's something like network marketing, maybe you don't want to buy anything from network marketing, that is totally okay. But fully at least try to understand it and support it and not be so quick to trash it, okay? Now, here's the thing you might say, oh, well, network marketing, you know, multi-level marketing, they've also got a big company too, right? There's a head office. Absolutely. There's a head office that supports people who are doing network marketing and multi-level marketing. Here's the thing. The business model is set up to take the money that they make and give it back to the people who are working for them. The business model of corporation is to take all the money that they make and to not give any back, especially to the little guys on the bottom. Make sense? Because we all know about the wage fight and people fighting about what minimum wage should be and everything. Big box corporations are forever going to try and get either free labor or cheap labor. And that's just because they want to get all the money at the top of the company. Whereas head office for network marketing or for multi-level marketing, that money is about getting it back into the people who are working for you. So it's about supporting a business model that is supporting the people who are actually working within the business. And the same thing for small businesses and solopreneurs. Support them. They are struggling. They put a lot of money into it or invested a lot into it. Help them while they're small so that that way the money can stay within them, whether it be their family income, whether it be that they're able to, for example, pay for their kids' sports activities. Big box corporations don't care about that. The little guys do. So let's keep the money within that little community, because the business model is set up so that the person who's doing the work is going to get the money and be able to kind of elevate their level of life or their standard of living. They can keep elevating, okay? So moving on then to the next one. I want to thank you. I hope that was short enough. I usually try to do these things and just make it really super simple and super quick. I will do more videos about this because I'm always about trying to educate people. As always, I want to just kind of double check my notes and just make sure that I covered everything. And it looks like I have. So if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to reach out to me on Instagram. It's at MegRoNation, and just pop questions into my DM, and I'm more than happy to answer them. If there's anything that you want to get further understanding of, definitely pop me a message. Thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate it. And ciao, take care.